from your hometown?
Yes, yes, yes. Just back
Uh-huh.
on in weekend, I think. Yeah, on Saturday
Uh-huh.
evening,
Okay.
I just back.
So what part of New Delhi you are in?
I'm in South Delhi, like near Chhatarpur.
Oh, okay.
No, you're talking about the weather of Delhi.
Yeah, where, what part of Delhi?
Yeah, I'm from South Delhi. Yeah.
South area. It's like it's South area is it's by Noida.
No, 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 no. South Delhi is means near Saket, Malviya Nagar, and about Chhatarpur, Sultanpur, like.
Oh, Sultanpur area. Because I have visited New Delhi but, many times. I mean, uh, four or five times. Uh, yeah, I used to live in Lasminagar,
Okay.
and uh, one of my friends' business was in Nehru Place at that time. And Noida was nothing 15 years ago. There was nothing in Noida. Now it's a very big city
Mm.
there.
No, no, no.
And initially, I stayed in Paharganj. That's a tourist area. Uh, Lasminagar and Mayur Vihar.
Got it,
My
got it.
one of my friends' dad, he used to work in the Indian Airlines, and they have apartment over there. So I used to stay over there too. It's you may not know that Lasminagar, Mayur Vihar. There are good a lot of apartments buildings are there. Okay.
Okay, fine. I hope you able to see my screen.
Yes.
Right. So let's talk about the setup means what are the components or what are the uh, tools are required to set up our VMware environment. So let me help you to understand about we are trying to understand about the concept and the infrastructure of vSphere 8.0, right? Because this is the latest ESXi environment, vSphere
Okay.
8.0. So if you want to establish any kind of environment based on VMware for practice or for any organization, it's
Mm-hmm.
our responsibility. We must need to involve minimum two different ESXi hosts, right?
Mm-hmm.
One domain controller, one vCenter server required. This is an a minimum two different share storage. It's our responsibility. We must need to involve at least two different share storage. One is ESXi host 1, ESXi host 2, vCenter server, and this is domain controller and share storage 1 and share storage 2. Each and every resources must be communicate to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Then this is the agenda.
Okay.
Means that we are responsible to perform the task for ESXi host. We should know about the procedure to use the feature of vCenter server, importance of domain controller, and the use cases of multiple share storage. I'm going to start from very basic. Firstly, we discuss about storage. Sorry, ESXi. Then we'll talk about storage, then domain controller, and after that we'll talk about the concept of vCenter server environment. Once we have idea about share storage domain controller and ESXi, then we'll try to
Mhm.
understand about the concept of vCenter servers. So this is our agenda. This is our motto to understand. All good?
Okay, great.
Fine. So let me start from the ESXi. But before that, just wanted to know about how much you comfortable with like as what do you think about hypervisor?
Yeah, I'm comfortable. It's you know, it's that yeah, I mean the two types of hypervisor, bare metal,
Mhm.
and the uh, uh, and the one computer, the manual, like these things, and it helps to virtualize the all the physical servers. This is in between the physical to the virtual.
Mhm. So hypervisor type 1 considered as a
Bare metal.
Mhm. And type 2 considered as a hosted, I think, right?
Oh, sorry, yes.
The meaning of bare metal in this case, you can directly install to base machine, right? We can directly install to base machine. Those applications you can directly install to the base machine considered as a bare metal. And second,
Exactly.
software required to install required to install on operating system layers. Clear? The examples related to the bare metal, we have a multiple examples like ESXi host is the best example of bare metal. Zen server is also a type of example. And what about other
Yes, we shall.
Hyper-V?
Yes, we should. So
As it is in hosted virtualization, we have a VMware workstation. We can also consider as a virtual PC
yes. Mhm.
and virtual box as well. These all are the
Is that
examples related to hypervisor
that
type 2.
Windows Hyper-V comes in that type 2?
No, it is a
Okay.
part of type 1. Always we need to consider this as in a type 1. Mhm.
Okay.
If we go through the documents of our what we can say that Microsoft document, it is also means a part of a hypervisor type 1.
Oh, okay.
Then
Yes.
okay, so let's talk about the another points that we have means multiple options we are able to find. Let's start from the hypervisor type 1 and in hypervisor type 1 we are responsible to install and configure ESXi host. This is our responsibility. We must need to install and configure ESXi host. So as we discussed before, ESXi host is a type of bare metal virtualization. This
Mhm.
is the base machine and we need to install ESXi host and our responsibility we need to access it through the GUI and through the another options that we have.
Mhm.
I have already downloaded the ESXi, what we can say that the
Image
ESXi host,
ISO.
ISO image of ESXi. So let
Mhm.
me create one virtual machine. So I'm going to use VMware Workstation to install our on ESXi host. This is VMware Workstation, and using the VMware Workstation, we'll set up our ESXi host environment. Fine.
Okay.
Open virtual machine. Just need to click on the VM. Click
Mhm.
on virtual machine. Yes, I wanted to install with typical condition, typical custom, and select the operating system location. So I have already downloaded and put it into the software folder. ESXi cloud software, VMware setup. Okay, let me check the location. ESXi host 8. Select, and you must need to select the VMware ESXi 7.0. I'm
Mhm.
using VMware Workstation 17.17 Pro, so that's why we are unable to find 8 point something. So
Okay.
let's select the 7.0. Browse the location where you can put the storage. You must need to decide at least one storage to put the virtual files of our virtual machine of ESXi.
Uh-huh.
Not much. I'm going to proceed with 80 gig of storage. About the RAM, yes, I wanted to increase it. Let's
Okay.
proceed with minimum 8 gig of RAM and make sure your system must be in the part of bridge connection.
So, sir, this is installing in your computer, right?
In hypervisor, hypervisor type 2.
Hypervisor, but I didn't have access for this one, this particular one, correct?
Uh, I can help you to set up your on lab if you have a
Okay.
good configuration. I'll set the all details like software and
Uh,
keys. Okay.
okay. So I have already done this one. This I just wanted to give control of my computer to you. Would you please
Mhm.
check what I have done? The same thing I have done, but I was confused in these previous two steps. That's NAT or ASCII or
Okay.
something like
Okay.
that,
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
and I was stuck there. This process pretty much. Oh yeah, this is the exercise. Uh-huh. So it's not too much difference between 7.0 and 8.0, right? So,
Yeah, not much, but yes. have gap between both, like as a 8.0 can help us to uh, like it will provide a kind of automation task, lots of features that help us to manage the automation task.
Okay.
Okay, press continue, enter to continue, and F11. So F11 can help us to make it uh, help you to install the ESXi host. Okay, I'm using RDP, so that's why I'm unable to use the shortcut keys in my the another machine. So what I'm going to do, let
Okay.
me connect with the base machine and try to press the
Okay.
F8 and then continue F11. Sorry.
Okay.
So once we press the F11, it will give us a access of you have to provide the password for your root account,
Oh, okay.
right?
Okay.
And after password, again it will give us a option to press the F11, and then installation is in progress. So installation is in progress. Look like this. Let me take the RDP once again. Like the installation is in progress, so we have to wait. Once our ESXi installed successfully, we'll discuss about the connectivity of GUI panel.
Okay. Uh, in the real time, it's already installed, but we just need to know the process, correct? Process and the basic technical requirement, correct?
Right. Installation is completed. So now what you need to do, just press enter to reboot.
Reboot. Okay.
We are able to find one IP address which is from DSCP, right? Because the
Hmm.
virtual machine, we put it into the bridge connection. The meaning of bridge connection, our the router that you are using for internet, like I'm talking about the Wi-Fi router, is responsible to assign the automatic IP address to our ESXi host, right? So
Yes.
in our case, we are able to get the IP address 192.168.1.11. This is the IP address. And let's talk about the use case of this particular IP address. As we know that ESXi is a type of bare metal virtualization, means directly we cannot create any virtual machine. So it's
Hmm.
our responsibility. We must need to take the GUI access of same ESXi host and try to configure and try to understand about the features which are available. So first we can access through web client, right?
Hmm. Yes.
Second, you can access through the SSH. Number third, you can access your ESXi using DCUI. And number fourth, yes, we
Hmm.
can also access our ESXi host using vCenter server. These all method can help us to provide the access of our ESXi host.
Hmm.
Currently, no one can use the vSphere client because the vSphere client is applicable only for the ESXi 0, ESXi 6.0 and 6.0 and 5.5. The vSphere client is not applicable for the latest version of ESXi host,
Hmm.
which is not applicable for 6.5, 7.0 and 8.0 as well. Correct?
Yes.
Okay, so let's talk more about it. The use cases of web client, as per the name suggests, the usage of web client, access ESXi in GUI format. The meaning of GUI format, I'm talking about the inventory of our ESXi host. Why it is important? Create VM, manage network, manage storage, all the type of tasks that you want to perform with your ESXi, we can manage through the GUI panel, means web access.
Mhm.
Number next, SSH, as what the name suggests. The meaning of SSH, access ESXi for troubleshooting. Access ESXi using PuTTY terminal, right?
Mhm.
You're
Yes.
using PuTTY software. Why we
Hmm.
need to access it? Because the PuTTY terminal can help us to access our ESXi and control with the help of command line interface. You can just execute the command and perform the task. Next, DCUI, access ESXi using remote to set up configuration of ESXi. Configuration of ESXi host, the last one.
Okay.
vCenter server, access multiple, we can use it to access multiple ESXi host. So this is the concept. These all are the concept that we need to keep in mind to manage our ESXi host environment. All good.
Hmm. Yes.
So what we need to do, we need to start from the very basic. Firstly, we need to cover the part of the features which are available in the GUI access. Means whenever we access our ESXi, we need to identify the options which are available on GUI. 192.168.1.11. This is the ESXi host IP address. Let me open any browser. Type the IP address 192.168.1.11. Proceed to advance, proceed to unsafe, and this is the panel. This is the GUI access of our ESXi 8.0. Root
Okay.
and provide password. Clear. So in ESXi host, we are able to find multiple options are available, right? Like host,
Yes.
manage, monitor, virtual machine storage, networking, get vCenter server, register or create virtual machine, shut down, restart, refresh, action. Multiple options are available. So our
Mhm.
responsibility as a VM admin, we must need to know about the use cases of these features, use cases of these options which are available. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in host, yes, we are able to find different option. The host, the first option related to the host can give us option to understand about the number of hardware, the hardware configuration that you use to set up your environment. Like in our
Okay.
case, the host can show you CPU, memory, virtual
Mhm.
flash memory, and uh, talking about the storage services, networking, what is your domain name, what types of IP address you contain, and it also gives us option of like DNS and default gateway detail about the storage. You haven't set up any kind of storage yet, and
Mhm.
provide the information about vSphere, about the information about the software,
Mhm.
yes, licensing part. So we just installed 2nd of Jan 2024, and
Yes.
the installation date and the turn on date of our host both are equal to each other. Serial number of our ESXi host, BIOS version, and the release date. So the release date of BIOS is October 2022,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
These information can help us to maintain the ESXi host, not maintain the services of ESXi host.
Okay, sir. So can you tell me a little bit about this virtual flash memory?
It's a basically the virtual flash memory. We are using our VMware workstation, and over VMware workstation we establish ESXi host. So the hard disk, yes, the hard disk that you added in
Okay.
your is ESXi considered as a virtual flash memory.
Oh, okay, okay. It used to be something else. Okay. Memory RAM. And host name, it's by default it comes, or you have put some host name there, local host
Correct.
at local.
No, currently is the default host name
Oh, okay, default host. Okay, all
because
right. Yeah.
we just installed it. We haven't did any kind of changes with our
Oh,
ESXi setting. So by default, it will give us a local host. This is
oh,
default
okay,
host name,
okay, got it, sir.
right? So we'll set
Yeah,
up,
these are
we'll
all
configure it
default. One
manually.
is these are all default given by the uh, machine, right? This DNS servers, that is DNS and DSCP, that is from your computer because you are connecting with this, correct?
Yes, not
Your
computer.
local IP addresses for the DNS
Yeah,
and DSCP.
we are getting the IP address, the default IP address from our Wi-Fi router.
Oh yes, from your router and your gateway. Ah, okay.
Hmm, correct.
Yeah. Okay, sir. Got it. Yes, sir.
Great. Now let's talk more about it, like the another options which are available. So okay, so this is the GUI panel, and in case of GUI, we can configure virtual machine. We can create new VM. We can delete and manage existing virtual machine. Means lots of
Mhm.
options are available that we can manage.
Okay.
Okay, so let's talk about the another options, which is manage, right? The another option is
Mhm.
manage. Whenever we click on the manage, it will give you another option, which is really important. Uh, like you can find system and then hardware, then licensing, packages, services, and security and users. These options are available in the properties of these options are available in the properties of our manage option. Clear?
Okay. Yes, sir.
Next, about the system. So we'll discuss more about it, but let me help you to understand about the concept. Advanced setting can provide the some important services, right? And these all are the backend services that can work with the different uh, in case different part, like the using vCenter server, some services are responsible to perform it,
Mhm.
and we'll discuss about it, but not necessary. Auto start option is also available in ESXi host. So if you want to set up the auto start, like you can schedule it, right? You can make a changes. So auto start can come into the picture whenever you migrate, right? Whenever you migrate the virtual machine from one ESXi host to another ESXi, what is the duration that
Mhm.
required to restart it?
Auto start. I think this was not in the V 6.5. So I mean 6.0 auto start. It
Uh,
wasn't there.
No, 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 available. Yes, the
All right.
in
Okay.
6.0, the auto start option is also available.
Okay, okay. I forgot.
No, no, it is applicable for all types of ESXi host.
Hmm. Okay.
Okay.
Change the share configuration.
Next, let's talk about the swap. Swap is basically currently we are using the ESXi host over a VMware workstation. So, like you want to swap the memory with each other, then the swap option come into the picture. Date and time is basically related to the NTP server, network time protocol.
Hmm.
If you have a domain in the environment, then NTP can work. Domain controller in the sense like as we establish our AD services, and
Hmm.
AD service can help us to manage the name resolution.
Okay.
So NTP is stopped. We haven't configured any NTP because we don't have a domain controller yet.
Hmm. But we'll do that, right?
Yeah, this is the part of our
Oh yeah.
upcoming discussion.
Yeah. Without AD and domain.
Yeah, without AD, we don't have access of NTP
Yes.
services. So NTP is basically part of uh,
Excuse me. Excuse me, sir. Oh, yes, got it, sir.
okay. So as it is hardware, the information about the hardware, if you have any additional uh, uh, content components are connected. Component in the sense I'm talking about the PCI slots contain multiple cards, so you can find the details in this particular option.
So,
PCI devices.
yeah, it means that we can add other devices.
other cards, yes, yeah, like as a
Okay,
sound
okay.
card.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sound card, just a sound card, just a knee card
it
is there's a card.
Ethernet card, sound card,
Correct.
graphic card, multiple options.
Oh, okay.
Power management is basically based on the ESXi host device, the hardware. If the hardware connected with offline or online UPS and you want to manage it, then this particular option can help us.
Okay.
Licensing, so by default, we are using, yeah, in case of licensing, we are
Hmm.
by default, we are using evaluated version of ESXi host. So this is applicable for 60 days, right? It is applicable for next 60 days. But
But
if
in the
if
real time, yes, they will provide the license. So this part will taken care by the management, I think.
yeah, they provide us a license key. We just need to open assign the license option and paste the license if we have your own
Okay.
license.
Oh, okay. Mhm. Okay.
Then so we can set up the license from this particular option and package in the sense as so the name suggests it will show you the alerts, right? Alerts in the sense not alert, it is responsible to provide the patching, the latest update. It will provide us a latest update.
Okay, that is KB numbers.
KB articles.
KB articles. They provide the KB articles in
Right,
this package.
correct.
All right.
And services, yes, multiple services are available. A number of services are available, and these services can help us to, these options basically can help us to activate, means delete, enable or disable the service, turn on that and turn on and turn off the services as per the
Just
requirement.
to go and right click there to turn on.
Correct.
Okay.
If you just select it like I'm going to click, it
Uh-huh.
is already running. If you want to turn on it, just need to select it and click start.
Okay.
It will automatically
Okay.
start the services.
So what is that? Okay, IPDD, KMXD.
Each and every service responsible to perform a different tasks.
Mm-hmm. Okay, DCUI, it's already, yeah, obviously it's DPD,
Hmm.
encrypt, KMXD. Okay.
And next one is security. As what the name suggests, the meaning of security and users. This
Mm-hmm.
particular option can help us to manage the security, and it is also help us to
Mm-hmm.
authentication. So in case of authentication, if you want to add the domain, right? You wanted to add the
Yeah.
domain. We just need to click here, authentication panel. Under the authentication panel, click on the domain and provide the domain information.
Mm-hmm.
So
Join the
the
domain.
domain
Okay.
that you establish in the environment xyz.com, abc.com, you must need to provide the details of our domain and provide the local active ID user and password. Once
Mm-hmm.
you provide the user ID and password, then you can access it.
Oh, access the exercise post. Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay, not only to join the domain, it can also give us option of to manage the certificate. Certificate is basically related to the SSL certificate that help us to currently we are access to we can access we are able to access our ESXi with not security, right? It's not
Mhm.
secure because you haven't installed any kind of SSL certificate. So once you install the SSL certificate, you can access your ESXi with security.
Yes. Okay.
Users, roles, lockdown mode, multiple options are available, and these options can help us to manage our ESXi environment. Because what happened, the user icon, think about it. If you
Mhm.
added your ESXi with domain controller, like your domain,
Mhm. If you are registered in the domain, then the user can access this one.
yes, the Active Directory services you install on Windows Server 2016 or 2012. So
Mhm.
definitely the 2016 or 2012 server operating system can help us to what we can say that manage the user's activity, objects and container, right? You can
Yes.
control and manage the objects. You can manage the yeah, the other services which are available in domain controller. So
Mhm.
basically, you can access the user from domain. You can access the users from domain, and using the same domain user, you can log in your client computer.
Yes.
Clear? You can log in your client's
Yes.
computers. Meaning of client's computer in the sense like you know that in the production environment multiple people, yes, in the production environment multiple people are responsible to perform the task.
Mhm. Yes.
So like you want to share the access of your ESXi to ABC user, you want to share the access of your ESXi for XYZ user with different permission. Got it what I'm saying? Different permission in the sense ABC user able to perform able to make a changes with the ESXi virtual machines.
Yes.
XYZ unable to make
Yes.
any changes with the existing virtual machine. He's unable to create any VM or delete any virtual machine.
Yeah,
You
it's like
wanted to
a
share
read, write,
limited
edit,
permission, limited permission.
all immutable. Okay, that's the rules. Yeah. Okay.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, yes, lockdown mode. So lockdown mode in the sense you don't want to authorize any user to make a changes with the ESXi host, right? Like you want
Mhm.
to block the settings, means no one can make or any changes make any changes with our ESXi environment. So you can activate the lockdown mode.
Oh, so no edit, just to read.
Right. No one can make any changes with this environment.
Oh, okay. So lockdown mode to the particular users.
Yeah, you can activate the lockdown mode for a specific user.
Mhm. Okay.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, let's talk about another option. So these options which are available in our host, manage, and let's
Right.
talk about the monitor.
Mhm.
Monitor is the one of important dashboard because by using this particular dashboard, we can identify the optimization and use cases of our the hardware and networking, storage, and the all activity related to the ESXi hardware you can manage with the help of this particular panel.
So in one monitor, we just can see one EXSI host.
Yes, because currently we are using ESXi host. If you have a vCenter server, then you can monitor multiple ESXi.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Mhm. Now, in the performance, we can find the name of resources that you want to monitor. CPU, memory, network, and storage. This is the disk. and it will give you the complete information: total disk space, total read rate, write rate, maximum latency. So all the information you can find related to your storage. Basically, these options can help us to identify the use cases of our hardware, and we can easily use the hardware, and also we can troubleshoot the issues related to ESXi host.
So it will give us the uh, a alert if there is some uh, space needed, or
Mhm.
if it is the excess. Suppose we are using the 80%, and if it excess more than 80, it gives us the alert, right?
Yep.
Okay.
To alert and monitoring, most of companies are using third party tool, and with the help of third party tool, we
Like
are able to generate the alert.
yeah, I have used that SolarWind.
SolarWind, yes, it's a one of
It's one of
import
the,
one of the
yeah.
example of tool.
Mhm. Okay. But this is the default for the yeah, that's the basic
Correct.
concept. Okay.
Right.
Mhm. Okay.
And hardware means you can also if you are using any kind of sensor related to the hardware, like as the alert system you want to configure, so you can also do that.
Okay.
And the storage part, yes, the storage part, basically we haven't added any kind of storage, so that's why we are able
Mhm.
to find the storage services.
Okay.
Events we just installed, so that's why we are unable to find multiple events. It gives us a basic events.
Mhm.
And task details, the task that we have already completed with this particular environment. About the log information, and the last one is notification. No
Mhm.
notification available because we didn't make any changes with our environment.
Okay. Yes. Mhm.
Clear? So this is the basic information about the infrastructure of GUI access of ESXi host. Any doubt, any question?
It's clear, please.
Great. So host, manage, monitor, these all are the basic parts
Mhm.
related to the ESXi host. Our responsibility, we must need to know about the virtual machines, about the
Mhm.
storage, networking, this point that will cover step by step. Is that okay?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Like tomorrow agenda to understand about the virtual machines management. Clear?
Okay, sir.
Done. So we'll connect tomorrow on same time, discuss more about the ESXi 8.0. Fine.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank
I'll
you.
share you the recording of today's session in
Okay.
maybe in next 1 hour. Fine.
Okay. Okay, sir. I will show you. I'll give you the control of my computer tomorrow so that you can check my
Yeah, sure, sure,
how
sure.
far I have done in my virtual box.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, thank you.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye.